Welcome to Fox in a Box. Have you been to an escape room before? Have you been to an escape room with Fox in a Box before? If you did say something, I didn't hear you, because this is a recording. But if you've been to an escape room, we hope you had a wonderful experience. And if you haven't, then we're very excited for you to experience it for the first time with us. Now for a little escape room history. What started out as a point-and-click computer game has evolved into a live-action experience, and from there become an international sensation. Fox in a Box is one of Seattle's newest escape rooms, but what's exceptional about us is that we have dedicated ourselves to making each room as authentic and immersive as possible. In our nuclear missile bunker, we've installed a 9-foot-long missile, along with military memorabilia that's been collected from all over the world. In our prison break, we brought authentic items from a New York State penitentiary. This includes cells, doors, and more. And in Zodiac, although no prior knowledge of the Zodiac killer is needed, if you are familiar with the history, you'll see that we took great care to make it feel genuine. Now for some guidelines and ground rules. Now, if you've been to an escape room before, then you've probably heard some of the things that I'm about to say. But trust me, it is important information. Number 1. Look everywhere and search everything. And as you do this, be vocal about everything that you see and find. We all have different perceptions, so you might see something that someone else missed. Number 2. As you are searching the room, please do not use force. If something is meant to open, it will open easily when the time comes. There's also no need to run or climb, and we ask that you don't remove drawers, peel anything off of any surface, pry anything open, or pick any locks. Everything you need to solve the puzzles will be within your reach. Number 3. Everything is logical. Everything makes some kind of sense. So, you'll never really have to guess to figure something out. Now seems like a good time to tell you about our item use policy. So basically, it's a one use per item policy, which means that once you've used an item, you can set it aside. You won't have to use it again. Now there is one kind of exception to this in the Zodiac room, so if you're here for that, just know that there's one item that you'll have to refer to more than once. And that's all I'll say about that. Now is also a good time to tell you about linear versus non-linear rooms. The only fully linear room that we have is the bunker. So the way that works is, once you've solved the first puzzle, you gain access to some things that will lead you directly to the second puzzle, and that will kind of point you in the direction of the third, and so on and so forth, in a linear pattern. The other rooms aren't like that. In both the Zodiac and prison, you have a non-linear experience. So, you might find some things early on that you won't be able to use right away, but make sure you hold on to those because you'll probably have to use them later. Number 4. Teamwork is key. None of these rooms can be solved by one person alone, and you will run into puzzles that require a minimum of 2 people, so communicate and make sure you're working together. And finally, number 5. If you get stuck, we offer hints, and they're part of the game. You can ask for a hint as early or late in the game as you like by pressing the white square button near the door. When you do this, it will turn on a light, and at that point, we'll help you with whatever you're stuck with by giving you just enough of a hint to point you in the right direction. The light stays on for 10 minutes, during which time you can't ask for another clue. But once it goes off, feel free to press the button and ask for another. Now, if you're here for the prison, the hint system actually works a little bit differently. Basically, instead of pressing a white button, if you need a hint, just wave your arms above your head. Or say the name of your game supervisor, that works too. The same rules apply though. So once you have the hint, it'll be another 10 minutes until you can get another one. Now I have to tell you the most important information of all, and I'm completely serious. We have some red buttons in a couple of the rooms, prison and Zodiac specifically. Those are for emergencies only. So if you're actually having a panic attack or something like that and you need to get out right away, then please do press the button. But what happens when you press that button is all the doors open up, all the magnets shut off, and basically it's completely game over. We can't reset the game from that point. So it's very important that if it's not an emergency, you don't press those red buttons.